Hello everybody, gonna do a review on a couple solder suckers here, desoldering pumps. One of these I picked up from Radio Shack, I don't know, a couple years ago or so. They're about $18 according to their website, and it's the little one here. It did come with a replacement Teflon tip, which obviously I have not used. And I also purchased the DP-100 by OK Industries that just came in today. I purchased this from Mauser. It was $18.50. I have not used it yet, but I know this one's going to work a lot better, and I'll explain that as I go through my review. The one from Radio Shack, it works. I can't say it doesn't work, but you have to fiddle with it sometimes. By the way this mechanism is made here, once you push the lever down, sometimes this won't seat. It won't catch, so you have to monkey with it for a long time. But once you get it set, it does seem to work. So what you would basically do with one of these, for those that don't know, this is for removing solder out of joints, off a circuit board or whatever, just sucking solder out of a joint. So you would heat it up and get it molten and get this thing ready, and as soon as it's nice and hot, move the solder iron and suck out the solder. And then the next time you push it, it'll kind of push out the old solder. This does get stopped up from time to time, which they all do, you know, so you have to take the tip off of the end of it. There's a spring, kind of clean it out, put it back together. Occasionally you might need to lubricate the plunger that's in there, the O-rings, like with a silicone grease or something like that. The main difference between these two is their stroke and their volume. You can obviously see the difference in size of the chambers right here and here. This one only has about 1 1/16 inch stroke, so it's not really going to pick up that much if you've got a lot of solder that you need to try to suck out. So it's kind of a pain if you're in that type of situation. This one actually has a 2.5 inch stroke on it and a larger volume here. So same principle, caulk this one, here's your release lever, and it'll suck the solder out, just like so. Another thing that I would notice about this one is it's got such a short, tight stroke on it. When you're trying to hold it in there to suck your solder out and you push the button, it actually wants to really jump around on you. So sometimes you have to do it 2 or 3 times because it keeps getting off the component you're trying to desolder. This one moves a little bit, but it seems a lot more friendly to control. You know, it's just an idea on something like this if you guys are doing some desoldering or whatnot. This is the one I know is going to be my go-to. It did not come with a replacement tip, but to change the tip on this one, you would push it all the way in and keep pushing, and it'll pop the tip out the front. So there's the tip. You know, this one as well will need to be taken apart and cleaned from time to time. I'm not discounting that. And this is a half-turn lock, and you can pull the plunger out and you can see everything inside of that there. Everything is self-contained on this one. The spring is loose in the other one, so this one's easier to take apart and put back together. And the way they did their locking mechanism here is just, it's a no-fail. It's brilliant the way it's done. It's super simple. This one's a lot more complicated. It does work, but like I said, it doesn't work a good portion of the time. So they both do work, and I do like them. And you can also use desoldering braid, which I still use from time to time. It just depends on what I'm doing at the moment. One thing that I do absolutely despise is this one with the bulb on it. In theory, it seems pretty nice. It would heat up just like a soldering iron. You'd squeeze your bulb, get it on there, get your solder molten, and let go of the bulb, and it'll suck the solder out. This was picked up at Radio Shack as well many years ago. I hate it. I absolutely despise this one. I just can't bring myself to throw it in the trash because it still works. So, just a little bit of information on desoldering pumps or solder suckers. Thanks for watching, guys, and good luck.